Peggy 3.
Hi, I'm Lando Norris. I'm part of the McLaren Young Driver Programme and I currently race in the FIA Formula 3. Today I've had the pleasure of driving some of the classic Formula 1 cars, especially some from the Senna era, which for any motorsport fan is one of the cars that everyone wants to drive. Suzuka is definitely a very tricky track, especially the first section, so experiencing it in all these different cars, I think it's probably one of the best tracks you could actually back-to-back all these McLaren Formula 1 cars. One big change for the 2017 car is the downforce and the tyres, obviously. The biggest advantages you get from that is braking distances and cornering speed, especially high-speed corners. Well, I think the 2017 cars have obviously set a lot of lap records and track records this year, so it'll be cool to see how much faster or slower the cars are from several years ago. I struggle a lot more on traction on this car. It's a lot more difficult to control the car in both the high speed and slow speed corners. A H-box is a lot more difficult than using the paddle shifts you have nowadays. It's quite fun at the same time. Power delivery, so exit of corners, is a slight improvement compared to the old Senna car. It's a bit more controllable on exits. Downforce seems already slightly better than what the older one did. This one was definitely a bit nicer to drive. It already feels like a bit of a step between the old car and the 2017 car. But again, it's a very enjoyable car to drive. Definitely a cool car. I can tell top speed is slightly faster. I think just about hitting 305 kilometers an hour, which is obviously pretty fast, even not one of the longest straights. Braking distances and general cornering speeds are slightly higher, and that's where lap time is being taken away from the older cars. A lot of very good racers on in these years, and the cars look very good, very aggressive, very cool with all the aerodynamic bits and pieces that they had on back then. The downforce is a huge chunk better than all the other cars. Yeah, this took it to a whole new level. I would say that the car I'd like to drive most is Ayrton Senna's 1988 McLaren. I think that it's a car that's most different to what I've probably ever driven before. Getting to experience a H-pattern box as well. It's probably a car I think most motorsport drivers would want to drive at one point in their career.